I'll take off my hat, my glasses, put my sunglasses on, and we'll be off to the races. Just
What
waiting on Kern, check his sound and video, and then we're ready to go. How do you know Sal?
I've known Sal a long time. Trying to think. I think I met Sal when I was living in Charlotte, working for Crockett, I believe. Sal really is my only connection to the wrestling business. I don't watch wrestling. I don't maintain hardly any contact with anybody. Steve and I have been talking more lately, but before that, he and I never really maintained contact. Bobby, I would talk like once a year. Cornette, once or twice a year, and that's. But Sal, has his finger on the pulse of the business. He would always call me. I called him the Grim Reaper because every time I'd see his name on my phone, I knew a wrestler died.
Oh boy, wow.
Oh, you won't believe it? Who died now?
Oh
So he's
Jesus. You know what though, man? Think about this though. You're a huge name in the business. You could just make a ton of cash traveling around once in a while and going to these shows. I mean, Stan, it's never been hotter these last 3 or 4 years. These guys, they're flying in guys like you, paying you good, really solid money. You sit there on the internet, sign some autographs, and then you're back home by the end of the day, or at least by the next day. It's crazy.
well. There's one huge issue with that, and I don't know how it happened, but about I don't know 5 or 6 years ago, I had like an episode flying to New Jersey to do a show, and it was going. Tom Pritchard was going to be there. Steve Kern was going to be there. So, and also Bobby was there. So I was like the hub because I was in all of those tag teams. So they really needed me to be there. And I got on this commercial flight. It's the smallest commercial jet I've ever been on, and I'm 6 feet. I used to be 6'1", but probably 6 feet. But I had to kind of lower my head to walk back to my seat. The overhead bins kind of came out, and there's just like a little tunnel for your head to fit in, and I was in the back. And I sat down there, and my knees were kind of up, and my heart started pounding. I had like an anxiety attack, and something
Mm.
told me if I didn't get off that plane, I was going to die. And I grabbed my bag, and they were shutting the door, and I grabbed the door, and I said, "I got to get off this plane." She said, "Sir, you can't." And I grabbed the door, and I yanked it open. I got out, and she said code something, and I was met by some police, and it was a bad. I haven't. Long story short, long story long, I haven't flown since then. So I don't want to fly anymore.
Right.
So